a lot.
This paper likes to stick together. You know, and the thing is, the reason that he is so important in the 20th century is how many musicians were influenced by him, musicians and poets. You know, like people like John Lennon, Paul McCartney, Jerry Garcia, the Grateful Dead, Pete Townsend with The Who, Sid Barrett, Joni Mitchell, Neil Young, Bruce Springsteen, and Bruce Springsteen really got into Dylan. I mean, even his vocalizations are very, very Dylan. Brian Fry, Patti Smith, Leonard Cohen, Tom Waits, Johnny Cash, and Gary Ward. We're all strongly, we're all strongly influenced by Dylan. I first got introduced to Dylan by my big brother, who was about 6 years older than me. And so I was just sort of coming out of grade school, grade 8, going into high school. And he came home one weekend from university and brought home a copy of Freewheelin' Bob Dylan. And I was just blown away by it. I mean, that was so refreshing from all the stuff that I've been listening to. You could either listen to CBC, which I really used to listen to a lot because it played a lot of jazz in those days, or you could listen to another radio station that was pretty much all country. If it wasn't country, it was that horrible, horrible late 50s rock and roll that wasn't really rock and roll. It was just kind of sappy, sugary. I call it the Bobby era because there was Bobby Vinton, Bobby Cortola, Bobby Dean, Bobby Darin. It was garbage. So when I first heard Dylan, I thought, wow, this is so cool.
But he was a good Bobby, right?
Pardon?
He was a good Bobby.
He was a good Bobby. That finally at last ended the Bobby era. And For Blowin' in the Wind was probably one of the first songs I learned how to play on guitar. So, and it really kind of was the anthem of that period, which really was the anthem of the civil rights movement, and being sort of just entering the teens, that rebellious period. That's the stuff for me. And as Ruth said, at one point I'd memorized Desolation Row as well as about 99 other Dylan songs, and some of them just as long or longer than that. What was the one that he had? One that went for 16 minutes. Which one was that? Was that Subterranean Homesick Blues?
I don't know if that one's 60 minutes, but that one's fairly. Yeah, I love Subterranean Homesick Blues.
Oh,
especially because it was one of the first music videos.
Yes.
And it had Ginsberg with them doing the thing.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, I mean, he and Ginsberg were really good friends. And the other guy that was really a good friend of his was Larry from Garry.
Yeah.
So, it was, he definitely was, even though he wasn't considered a beat poet, he was a beat poet. No question about it.